What's up, everybody? It's your boy Melvin here for another classic trailer reaction review. And if you didn't notice my tone, I have to record this again because the recording stopped. Literally, I didn't even notice. I got a bit pissed off while I was actually finishing it. But yeah, today we'll react and talk about my thoughts on the 1981 made-for-television horror film Dark Night of the Scarecrow. This was a 80s TV horror film, which quite pretty good actually. It had a great cult following and also an unrequested sequel made last year. But before we begin, did you subscribe? Did you hit the bell? If so, let's just begin. And before I turn into a scarecrow and shove a pitchfork up your faces. Ha! Okay, let's check out this trailer in 3, 2, 1. Go. Damn, that's loud. There. Run, Forrest, run! Damn, look at them doggies. Why does he talk like Claire from Dinosaurs? You know which one? Gotta love me, gotta love me. Oh, crud. Okay, okay, that's just BS. You're just 4 guys armed with rifles and guns shooting a guy who's unarmed. Who's just hanging there trying to hide. That's BS. I'm too busy oiling my can, boy. You're a lame brain. Hello there. And that moan through, he fucked up. Oh boy, just turned. Fun fact, this is all shot in California, in Peru, California. T. Okay, time for the grinder you go. Really? Wow, some balance. Ooh, yummy, yummy. Yummy. I thought Pumpkinhead was crazier. No, wait, I'm talking about the sequel, not the first film. The first one was a bit darker. And we're done. But let me just move to the, sorry about that. The poster, because, one, bloody hell. And right there. Yeah, because I like seeing this better than the other one. So yeah, Dark Knight of the Scarecrow. Like I said before, it was made for television film for CBS. It was premiered on CBS on October 24th, 1981, and actually it was a success. Writer of the film, J.D. Fickelson, had the script intended to be a feature film. Unfortunately, CBS bought it for television. Despite this, only minor changes were made to the original screenplay, which was everything you see there is original. Which is actually pretty cool. Technically, Jay Fickelson he also created screenplay and story as well. which that has 3 titles. Cool. I wonder why this should never got like an Emmy or something. They should give awards to movies from direct to television. That'd be pretty cool. Like an Emmy award, that'd be pretty cool. But yeah, continuing. As for the film, if you don't know what it's about, okay. Story time, kids. So, in a small town in the deep south of California, the friendship between Charles Bubba Ritter, a large but gentle, mentally challenged man, I guess he has autism, a young girl named Mary Lee, angers some townspeople, especially brooding, mean-spirited postal workers, Otis Hazelrig, which, of course, because, well, let's just say they don't like Bubba since he's like this retarded guy, and he's like, no, the Deep South, they don't like anybody like abnormal. Ugh. Unfortunately, the little girl got mauled by a vicious dog, and Hazelrig promptly accused Bubba of who is responsible, forming a lynch mob with 3 of his friends. The gas station attendant, Skidder, Norris, farmer cousin Philby, and Harris Hucker, Bubba's mother, disguise him as a scarecrow and post him nearby field. But the lynch party bloodhounds sniff Bubba out, and helpless Bubba is gunned down by all 4 vigilantes until they learn afterwards Marilyn is in fact alive thanks to Bubba rescuing her. Has to make sure he's like the villain. The mailman grabs a pitchfork and places it on Bubba's lifeless hands to make it appear that he was attacking them. You know what's pissing me off? The court sealed like, you have enough evidence. These guys with 4 guns versus a guy who had a pitchfork. Where would he get the pitchfork, huh? How do you get down if he's tied up there? Good question. And guess look at this. When brought to trial, the vigilantes were subsequently released because of lack of evidence against him. And blatant perjury by Hazelrig. Ugh. Jesus fuck. Ugh. Yeah. Unfortunately, let's just say sometime later, one of the idiots, the one you saw in the trailer, working on the machine, sees a Scarecrow, which is the one Bubba will disguise, which includes the bullet holes, with no indication who put it there. At first, he suspected it was one of the other 2, Sam Willock, the district attorney, who was trying to put it there to rile them and tell the others to keep calm and do nothing. He returns home to find the Scarecrow gone. Hearing noises in his barn, he investigates while checking the loft. The woodchopper below starts running, and on his own accord, startled, he loses balance and falls out in the loft into the machine, and he becomes chilly. I say Hazelrig was eating breakfast until he heard about the death of Hairless, which of course Hazelrig, Philby, and Skidder were suspected of it was an accident until one of them mentioned, how did the machine turn off? Which made him run out of gas. He says, how do you know that? Which of course prompted him to go there at night, check the machine. It turns out the machine still has gasoline, which means somebody turned it off. Oh shit. Let's just continue, shall we? Which, of course, Jesus. Which is, up next day, during a Halloween party, Hathaway accuses Mrs. Ritter of having engineered the supposed accident. She denies involvement, but says that other agencies will avenge her son. Also implying Hazelrig is a pedophile. What? I did not know this. Let me read this. Also implying that Hazelrig is a PD because of his intense interest in Mary Lee. The Scarecrow soon reappears, this time for Philby's field. Yeah, the big guy. At a local Halloween party that night, while playing hide and seek with the other children, Mary Lee is confronted by Hazelrig, who tries to get to her, tell her about Mrs. Ritter is behind the recent events. Instead, she tells him that she knows what he and his friends did to Bubba and runs from him. Hazelrig chases after her, but is stopped by a security guard. Philby tells Hazelrig about the Scarecrow's appearance, but when Hazelrig and the others arrive, he disappeared. The Scarecrow disappeared. Later at night, while Hazelrig is on, let's just say he breaks into the house of Mrs. Ritter. Mrs. Ritter was there to stop let's just say to make her stop her supposed plot. Let's just say, but frightens her so badly by his violent appearance that she suffered a fatal heart attack and died. To cover his tracks, guess what he did? Turn on the gas. While the fireplace is still on, 3, 2, 1, boom. Everyone believes the explosion was an accident. The district attorney is suspicious. Which, of course, because they ain't bullshit. Other words, the next night, Philby is the next one, checking the commotion on his hog pen. A mysterious occurrence makes him panic and try to flee in his car, which interferes to start. Oops. He is pursued across the property and hides in a grain silo, shutting the door behind him. A conveyor belt feeding into the silo is switched on. Philby is able to open the door, now locked. In the silo, he's buried under his own avalanche of grain and suffocates. Yitch. Next day, Hazelrig tells him of Philby's death. Skeeter is ready to turn himself in, but Hazelrig is now convinced that Bubba is still alive and responsible for the recent occurrence. That night, he and Skeeter dig up Bubba's grave, supposedly to prove Hazelrig claimed that the coffin is empty. They open it, and Bubba's in there. His body's in there, which caused Skeeter to run the fuck away. But Hazelrig stopped them. Of course, when they return to the grave, they reveal it. But of course, Skeeter is down in the grave, closing the coffin. Hazelrig smashes Skeeter's skull and fills the grave with Skeeter in it. During a drive home, in a drunken state, Hazelrig sees Mary Lee alone in the middle of the road. Pursuing her, he crashes his van and chases her on foot to the pumpkin patch. Catching up with her, he accuses her of masterminding the murders. A plow machine nearby starts up in his own accord and chases Hazelrig until, let's guess what, he's running blindly through the field. He runs headlong into the Scarecrow, which is now holding a pitchfork that had been planted on Bubba's corpse, and impales him on the tines. Mortally wounded, he collapses and dies. Mary Lee, who was hiding in the pumpkin patch, hears footsteps approaching. She looks up and guess what it is? The Scarecrow, looking down and smiles. It bends down, protecting her with a flower, and says, "Thank you, Bubba." What the fuck? Actually, I don't see the Scarecrow smile. I never want to see the Scarecrow smile. I just have that weird ghost face expression. That's it. You don't see him smiling. Nope. Never did. But yeah, that was a good film. As for the production, the film was shot in 17 days, originally 18 because day one was a fire. And all the scenes you see at night were actually done at night, so that's actually pretty cool. And locations were done in Peru, California. By the time of the release, it was released on CBS, like I said, on October 24th of 81, and later screened on April 29th of 2010 as part of Texas Frightmare Weekend. The film was released on VHS by Key Video in the mid-1980s. The film was later released on DVD by VCI Entertainment on September 28th of 2010. And on Blu-ray for the first time on October 11, 2011 by VCI, released the film on DVD one last time on September 9/11/2012. Yes, I have to say that. That was the last time, so be rare to find a good copy. Unless Screen Factory does it. And it received a lot of positive reviews. A lot of people liked it. I think one of them mentioned something here. Erwin Crowell, managing editor for the Horror Hound magazine, wrote, with his 1981 release, Dark Knight of the Scarecrow was the first feature-length horror film with a scarecrow as its centerpiece. In the interviewing years, many have copied this image, but the Dark Knight of the Scarecrow writer J.D. Feigelson is credited as creator of the entire killer scarecrow horror film subgenre. Yeah, since when do you see another horror film featuring a scarecrow? Besides comic book villains, I think the second one that featured a scarecrow was the 1988 MGM film, horror slasher film, Scarecrows. Which is pretty good as well. I might do a review on that one tomorrow. But yeah, and there was also a sequel that came out last year, which I didn't know. I saw the trailer and, oh boy, I didn't like it. Let's just say there had been some gore, which I was not a fan of. Because the first film was more unique because it didn't have gore. Yeah, you have the mailman come up by getting stabbed with a pitchfork, but that's it. But the rest, no gore, nothing. Just suspense and everything. Something like you see it from a Hitchcock film. And fun fact, this is actually directed and written by J.D. Feigelson. Maybe because the studio wanted more gore. I mean, that'd be the biggest mistake Feigelson ever did. I agree with those terms. But it did have a negative review, which, of course, Scott Weinberg from eFilmCritic.com awarded the film 2 out of 5 stars, calling it laughable junk and criticized during casting as the main villain. You're junk. Your comment's invalid. But yeah, I think that'll be it for today. And if you're new to the channel, remember to subscribe, hit the bell, like this video, and comment down below what you think of the Scarecrow. Dark Knight of the Scarecrow, 1981. To make sure you ain't confused. And you're in luck. You can actually find this film on YouTube. Just type in the name, and there you go, full film. You can find a bunch of them in HD, so yeah. I think it's in public domain, so you're in luck. But until then, remember our goal is to hit 1 million subscribers, or at least 500k, because hey, it's already been 11 years, so let's give it another shot. We ain't quitters here, we're never gonna quit. But yeah, until then, have a great day, have a nice summer, stay cool, stay fresh. Until then, see you tomorrow.